Hi, Joanne. How's it going?
Incredible. It is absolutely incredible day. How are you?
Oh my God, it's amazing. It's a lovely day down here in the west of Ireland again. What's it like where you are?
Sunny. I can't wait to go out for my walk again. I'm out walking every single day. It's incredible.
I know, it really does feel like people have gotten healthier, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. People want to get out of the house, and when the sun comes out, it's just brilliant because it's a great opportunity to get out and walk. I've never seen so many people out walking. I'm meeting so many people every morning. It's fantastic. And I love my early morning walks as well, particularly. And my young daughter, she's only 9. She's like, Mommy, when are we going for a walk? She's just brilliant. She's just out with me every single day. It's fantastic.
I'd love to be an early morning walker, but we've been doing our walks in the evening. But now we've changed it around a little bit, so it's going to be middle of the day, just to get those sunshine hours, because it's so vital.
Yeah,
we have them.
Absolutely, that vitamin D, yeah, incredible. Our vitamin S, as I call it as well, vitamin sunshine.
I love it all. Give me all of it. So Johann Callaghan, I am here today to interview you for Common Society Issues. And I'm really excited actually because I know that you're going to deliver a serious amount of information, which I'm excited for people to hear. So you're a sleep expert, you are a best-selling author and an inspirational speaker, which 3 absolutely fantastic things to be. And I was reading some of your stuff the other day and I've actually just clicked in to sign up for your upcoming talk on, is it the 14th?
On the 14th of May, yeah. Fantastic,
really
brilliant. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So maybe the first place we'll start is please tell me a little bit about the inspiration behind you becoming a sleep expert. Where did that come from?
Well, really it started off with just the whole health thing initially. Where it started was, first of all, I used to have a job where I did programming. And I was brilliant at it. And I was all self-taught. I read all the books, all on PHP and HTML, all the programming languages. I was a real geek. And I left that job because we wanted to have a baby. My husband and myself, we wanted to have a baby. Mm-hmm. And now when I was 16, I was abused and I had a baby very young. So it wasn't an ideal pregnancy and it was not a good experience. So of course, when my husband wanted to have a baby, I was like, no way, I'm not a baby making machine. And I was giving it all of this, and eventually after a lot of counseling and stuff, because I said to myself, you know what, you get married and that's what, marriage is all about as well as, having babies and raising a family and, so we decided we were going to get pregnant. So I left this job after 17 years and sold the house in Clondalkin, moved to Athy, had my dream house, bought my brand new car. Everything was perfect. And my baby was due in December. And unfortunately, my family were all over in Australia for December because my brother was getting married the same time I was due my baby. So fast forward to December and my baby died. So it was unbelievable. It was just unbelievable because I went through so much work, done a lot of counseling, prepared everything, all the changes, all the lifestyle changes, and then this happened. But it happened on the day that she was due. So it was like, oh my God, like of all the days, and why did this happen to me? Mm-hmm. So all that was going on, and then there was all sorts of emotions, guilt, anger, all that grief process. And it was like, why me? Why, like, I don't deserve this. And anyway, that was going on for about 2 to 3 years. I was going through a big, massive grief process. Some days were good. Then there was other days that were terrible. I was waking up during the night time, couldn't get back to sleep. I was crying uncontrollably. I thought, when is this ever going to end? How can I live like this? And then a year or 2 later, my brothers, they were having children and their families. And I actually couldn't go near them. I couldn't go visit them. I was jealous. I was angry. And it got really intense. This grew and grew and grew. And it got really, really intense until one day I said to myself, this is not normal. Like, I was going around hating kids, like actually hating kids and resenting people who had beautiful children and families. That wasn't me. Like, I'm a very kind, compassionate, I'm a real softie, and I was like, this is not me. And it was really taken over. It was getting very intense. I was getting very nervous about the whole thing, like where this was going. And I was just full of anger, hate, everything. So I found a spiritual lady just by chance. Well, they say there's no such thing as coincidence, but I put it out there, you know, that I wanted to do something. I did not want my life like this. So she brought me into this circle. Now, this girl was incredible. She was very, everybody knew her in a tie. But I went to this circle. It was a six-week circle for 2 hours every week. And it was only €10, which was great because my money was very low at the time. So it was brilliant. But nobody came. I was the only one. And this lady was like, there's something really weird about this. Like, this is not normal. And as we were progressing, I think we were on week 4 or something, and what was coming up for me, she said, you know what, Joanne, you're actually meant to be here on your own because you needed a deep dive into a change in your life. She taught me how to love myself again. She taught me an awful lot about heart and the heart energy, forgiveness. I had a lot of forgiving to do. I had so much forgiving to do, and all this resentment, judgment, blaming people. Like, it really has an impact on us. And I was not aware of all of this. So that's really the start of my journey into health and wellness, because I became aware of how innate the healing power of the mind was, and how we can, you know, our thoughts, you know, create our emotions, and how and our reaction and our attitude to life. Like, it really starts with all of this, and an awful lot comes from our conditioning and all this. And I got to learn that anyway through this whole process. And then where sleep came in, I met Pat Slattery, and he said, write a book, Joanne, because that will increase your credibility. And I was like, oh my God, like, write a book, that sounds incredible, and me being an author and all of this. And I hadn't got a clue what to write about. But in the meantime, I had done massage work, Reiki, all the holistic therapies. So I was getting clients in at that stage. And I went to my consultation forms, and I'd say 9 out of 10 people were saying that they were extremely tired. They couldn't sleep at nighttime. They had no energy. Their mood, they were very low mood, all of this. And I went, oh my God, people are not getting enough rest and enough sleep. So I wrote the book on sleep.
Brilliant.
And what I learned when I was writing that book, it's all research based. And oh my God, everybody needs to educate themselves about the importance of sleep, because everything is connected, everything. So that's why I'm doing the work around sleep now. So that was a bit of a long answer.
No, it's brilliant. But it's brilliant to know the background behind it, because I think so many people, they talk about where they are right now, but they don't say why. And they don't say how they came to it. And so people are so interested in finding out, well, how did you get to be a sleep expert? You know, where did that come from? Oh, so it's fantastic to see the development of everything. And you're right, there are no coincidences. So you were in the right place at the right time with everyone that you've met, you know?
Unbelievable. It was just unbelievable. It was like, oh my God, I count my blessings every day, really and surely. Nothing happens by accident. It really just my God, I'm so grateful I came across. And I think what could have happened, but like, you don't want to go there. But my God, just incredible.
I know. And even to the point of going through those consultation forms and actually taking note of the fact that there was similarities. You know, everything was brought to you. Everything was put in your field, in your purview. And you listened, which is even more powerful, because you actually took note. You consciously made an aware decision to say, oh my God, this is happening. So I might as well go with the flow of it, you know, and look what's come from it. Oh. You're this incredible sleep expert who is doing fantastic things and helping so many people. And I cannot tell you how excited I am for next week.
Brilliant. So am I.
Please, I need to go to sleep.
No, the webinars that I give are incredible. And this particular webinar that I'm giving is all about immune health and you know, putting all that together with sleep and how that impacts. It's just, you know, the gut and the brain connection and the hormones. It's all connected. Oh my God, it is so connected. And our bodies are so intelligent and so powerful.
That's it. And you don't really get it until you start to research it. Like, you don't understand those connections and how the brain is connected to the gut and how the gut is connected to your sleep and how everything is connected together. So this is going to be brilliant. So it's May the 14th. So just in case anybody wants to know, that Johann Callaghan has her webinar on May the 14th, and you can actually find her on Facebook. What's your Facebook address, Joanne?
Johann Callaghan, you'll find me Johann, Johann Callaghan. And the web address to sign up to register for the webinar, it's a free webinar. It's yoursleepsuccess.com. So you can register there.
Perfect. Brilliant. Okay, so the next thing I would really like to ask you is I'd like to ask you about your speaking career. So how did that come about and what have you done? You know, look, there's another laugh there. I like it.
You know the saying, Ciara, you know, do something that you fear every day or something that scares you every day. Well, that happens many times. So I had a massive fear of speaking. And, you know, the majority of people do. It's the number one greatest fear that people do have is public speaking. And I remember when I was working with Pat Slattery and I was doing all my online courses and all of that. And I was speaking online and that was great. But he said, okay, Joanne, we've got to put on a seminar. And the thoughts of that was like, oh, like I couldn't breathe, like really and truly. And at this stage now, I had started in Toastmasters. Okay. And that has been my lifeline. Oh my God, Toastmasters. And so he said, right, we're going to put on a seminar. And it was going to be like a joint venture seminar. So he was going to speak at it. And he arranged for Dr. Gloria Giovanelli, who's another expert in health and the acupuncture and all that kind of stuff. And diet nutrition. She does an awful lot of talks on fasting. So she was coming to the event as well and speaking there. So it was incredible. It was like a business day as well. So we had stands and people were exhibiting. So it was a big expo as well. Mm-hmm. So I was organising all of this and, you know, dealing with people, taking payments and deposits and then organising my speech and the whole day. The day came, Ciara, I could not sleep the whole night before. I was a bag of nerves. Oh my God. And I remember I woke up that morning and I had Leah, I had my daughter with me that morning. So my husband was working or he couldn't mind it that day for some reason. So I had Leah, so I was minding her. So that morning I got up, I was faint. I was in and out of the loo. I don't know how many times.
Natural reaction.
Pat rang me on the phone and he said, now I was late at this stage. And he said, Joanne, where are you? And I said, Pat, I can't do this. I'm not coming. Right. Now this was my event. He was having none of it. He didn't even hear what I said. He said, Joanne, get in the car and drive and I will see you shortly. So I was only 20 minutes away from the venue. Now I knew he was right. I had put so much work into this. This is what I really wanted to do. This was all in my heart. I couldn't keep dwelling on how I was feeling. So I got into this part of the brain where I just was taking action and not thinking about it. Because if you start, you know that 5-second rule, Mel Robbins talks about it, you know, you wait for 5 seconds, the emotions are going to, and your brain is going to talk you out of it. So I got into the car, I didn't think about it, I just kept going. And when I got there, I said to one of my friends, just make sure I have a banana, right? Because I couldn't eat. But a banana was all that I could manage to eat. I had to eat something before I got on stage. So I'd arranged for one of the girls to get me a banana, right, to get me by. I got there, done a little energy thing, you know, breathing, all that. I got on stage at 11 o'clock and I aced it. And it was my first public talk. And it was brilliant. And I couldn't believe it was, and I enjoyed. And the one thing that I created was I want to have fun. That was my intention. I want to have fun with this. I put a lot of work into it and it was incredible. So that was my first speaking event.
That's brilliant though. But it's the truth. When you change the energy around speaking, when you understand that when you're standing in front of a group of people, it has nothing to do with you. It's everything to do with how they take it, that energy that you give out, that fun, that crack, and the knowledge that you're imparting. So it really has nothing to do with you, but it does take a minute for that to kind of sink in and for you to go, okay, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with it.
Completely. And that's the number one mistake that speakers make. They're on stage and they're going, how am I? How do I sound? It's all about me. Whereas you need to be, am I engaging with the audience? Is there eye contact going on? You know, am I with the audience? That's what you need to be with, you know?
100%. So what big things do you think would be coming up for you in the next 12 months? And I know things are a bit iffy at the minute, but would you like to see yourself doing some seriously big seminars in the future?
Oh, of course, absolutely. I mean, it's a must, you know. I've at the moment with all the Zoom calls and networking that's going on at the moment, there's just so much for going on at the moment. So there's a lot of opportunities there. So I'm working quite a lot with Leslie Feger at the moment and Declan Downing, and I just had a conversation with Declan last night. But in the future, what I want is I want to collaborate with people, because do you know what? You can do so much on your own and it's great. But, you know, where the massive change in this world is going to happen is when you are collaborating with other great people. And, you know, I might be I'm an expert in sleep. I have a bit on health and wellness, but there's other experts in other areas, you know, like diet, nutrition and yoga, meditation. Meditation is massive at the moment. Like we have to slow down. We have to slow down the brain waves so that we can connect with who we really are, rather than responding from this external environment. So there's all these other experts out there. And I think really it's all about collaborating. And I'm involved with John Donnelly as well at the moment in Your Holistic Academy. And so that's coming on board. So there's going to be massive events now coming up and that I'm going to be part of. So I don't think it's going to be necessarily a one-man band thing. It's definitely going to be collaboration with fantastic, amazing people, and the energy. And we're even talking about going abroad, not just sticking to Ireland. We're talking about going abroad and online stuff as well, you know, so that we can reach everywhere on the planet. And that's what I see in the future.
Well, just so that everybody hears that, make sure that if Johann Callaghan is somebody that you want to have speaking at your event or you want to collaborate with, then she is ready, willing and able. And honestly, you will have incredible energy coming with her. Okay, so just remember that, Johann Callaghan, ready for collaboration. And I think you're dead right. You're dead right. It is about collaboration. I was on a meeting the other day and there was a lot of talk coming up around competition. And it's sometimes it can be different in small towns. And the first thing I said was, it's not about competition. It is now and going forward about collaboration for every business. It's finding something and someone who complements you and who you can complement, and putting something together that people can have a holistic, a full experience around. Whether that's mindset, whether it's sleep, whether it's fitness and education, whether it's whether it's personal development, whether it's business, there's a complementary partner or trio or quad for everyone. You know, you can create amazing things with teams. So you're on the money 100%. 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. And just on the competition thing, you know, straight away with competition, there's an energy of lack. And you know, there's enough in the world for everybody. So when people start competing, you're separating yourself from everything that's available, you know, and that mass energy. It's just incredible. I'm so excited.
You can hear it going off. Okay, the last thing I want to ask you about, and I would love for you to tell people how they can get it, where they can get it, is your book. So what's the name of your book?
How to Get a Good Night's Sleep. So you can get that on howtogetagoodnightsleep.com, and also on my website, johanncallaghan.com. And I do spell my name Johann, but I was very clever. I bought the domain Joanne Callaghan as well. So johanncallaghan.com, so you'll get everything on that. But the book, How to Get a Good Night's Sleep.com, and it's also available on Amazon as well. And Ciara, when people buy the paperback book, you will get a free copy of my audio. I'm in the middle of recording my audio book at the moment. So I'm offering a free copy of the audio when you buy the paperback book as well. So. Oh,
wow. Okay. So guys, please hear that as well. When you buy the paperback copy, you're going to get a free copy of the audio, which is fantastic. So many people are listening rather than reading right now. I find myself personally, it's so much easier. You get in the car, you stick on an audiobook and you listen, and you have the whole book listened to by the time you've finished your drive.
Or a long walk.
Yeah, a very long walk.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much, Joanne. Is there anything else that you would like to impart us with, or any other information that you'd like to give us before you leave?
Yeah, you know what? I'm really passionate about families and children. And that's kind of the circle where I'm standing inside of. That's my empowering, my why, my empowering context, if you like. And you know, children are our next generation, and, you know, there's a lot of changes happening in the world at the moment. There's a lot of technology out there right now. And, you know, there's a big responsibility there for adults to educate themselves, because our children follow our behaviors. You know, you can't tell them what to do. Their brains are made a different way, you know, until they're 7 or 8 years of age. Just observe everything. So I really have a very strong message out there for adults to really take on that responsibility. And it's an honor to have that responsibility too. It really, really is. You know, you're responsible for another human being, and our children are our next generation. So by sleeping well, by living a healthy, holistic lifestyle, you know, and reducing that stress and increasing your stress resilience during the daytime, all that has an impact on your sleep. It has an impact on your health, your protection mechanism, your immune system, everything. So a strong message out there is for parents and adults to really respect their health and get a good night's sleep and look after your bodies and respect them.
I love it. I agree 100%. And I love that what you said, you know, to take on the responsibility of really being there for your kids. And it is an honor, 100% of an honor. You're speaking my language. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and do this interview. And it's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I know I'll chat to you soon.
Thank you, Ciara. Have a great day. Mind yourself.
Take care of yourself. Bye.